Good evening. Alrighty, let's get all of this set up. Just gonna need a couple of quick seconds to set things up. How is everyone? Alright. Well, something ain't right. Something ain't right. There we go. Alright, now we can enable the desktop view. And we can slowly get cracking. Or actually, I'm going to take a couple of more minutes while everyone joins. Maybe also share the link across a couple of more discords. Hope the music is okay. Hey Denise, that it's not too loud. There we go. All right, now let's look where we left off. So we are continuing to paint the LMP2 Oreca 07. We already have a little bit of it ready to go. Oh, is this maybe a mistake in the template? Do we have this kind of a missing edge? Is it the same on the other side? This might not be a mistake, might be so on all of them. Anyway, this is it. This is what we have. We lost pretty much the whole night the last time, just painting pretty much the two lines and a bit of the nose. So today's plan is to kind of create this flowing line from the nose here all the way to the back over the top area of the car. And yeah, we'll see. We shall see where this gets us. I need to remember where I saved the template file. I think I moved it to my skins directory. I did. Amazing. Amazing. Alright. We have the template from before. And hello wireframe. Alright, so first things first is let's go change the base to something whatever-ish. Just some bright color so that we have good contrast. Why is this changed? Change the base. Okay. So let's export this into liveries, custom skin TGA. No compression. And let's see. Alright, so first things first, I have to remove this carbon part here because I don't want to have this as carbon. I want to have this as a, well, the red stripe across here. So let's go carbon, and we are gonna need to do a bit of selection through here, because I want just the front splitter part to be carbon. There we go. Oh no, that's too much. That's too much, damn it. Silly me. Doesn't matter. Should still be fine. There we go. Okay. Let's select the next one. Was everyone's Monday today? Mine was quite busy. Had a lot of support work to do. Okay, there we go. I'm just wondering now though, if I'll add just this line through here, the fenders will be kind of... That's good to hear, Denise. I got pretty much nothing done. I wish I could remove these top lights. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a screenshot of the car. Those lights are gonna go in the way, so I think the rear is kind of easier to do, so we're going to focus on the front part of this design here. So let's take a screenshot, go back to GIMP and show on disk, and let's open this in GIF. In GIMP. All right. Let's add a new layer on top of this. This is now going to be interesting. This is now going to be really interesting. So first I'm going to lay out a rough path of how I would maybe like to have this designed. Or actually I'm just going to use the lasso design here. The lasso tool. So I want to go all the way down to the splitter. I don't want any space between the carbon and the red. Probably something like this. This is kind of the rough outline of the design I want to have on the car here. And at the back, or actually on the outside of the line. So this needs to go under this folded over so it's more longitudinal, you mean, or not? Yeah, we can try that. Sorry, I kind of zoned out from the chat there a little bit. I don't know, here I want to go straight over here. Kind of want it sort of like this, I don't know, maybe not completely satisfied with this yet. This part I don't like yet, but anyway. So we're gonna go back here, we're gonna use the color picker, and we're gonna see what kind of color this is, or actually take it, and just fill it in here. Do a bit of opacity. There we go, just so that we roughly see how this could look like. Yeah, maybe here, maybe a bit more. Could be. Hey, Alan. Okay, so let's see, rotating it. Yeah. Jesus. This would be better, yeah. But yeah, I think we have the gist of it. Let's go and start on the front part, because I have a feeling this is going to be the easier one. Then let's maybe move on the back one and we'll figure out the middle part a little bit later. Here does kind of have a natural flow to go inward here. What if we maybe... What if we maybe do it a little bit differently? Let me know. I'm going to quickly sketch out another one. We could make, so the front part here is kind of the same. Here we just kind of go this direction. Of course, not in the so how should I say, so sharp of an angle, but nicely rounded. So that the front part is kind of like this, and the back part, when it comes to here, it kind of hits into the side of the canopy. Here goes back out again, out of this kind of sunken area. I don't know. I don't know yet. Maybe 3 or 4 numbers to go top-down preset view. Oh, really? Oh, that's new information. Alright. 6 is top, so this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's nothing more. Interesting, thank you. Learned something new. So yeah, anyway, Jesus, I don't know what to do here. Or maybe here just end it as this here. Here have it run out over here. We'll see. Let's start with the front. Let's just start with the front. We're losing daytime here. Okay. I want this right up to the nose, so it's going to be on this double line here. Let's start with this. back to GIMP. And we are going to create a new layer group. And we're going to call it top line. And inside we're going to create a new layer. Actually, let's call it top line left. And inside we create a new layer. Top line front. Okay. So this is the good part about these UV maps that I like, is you can just kind of cheat a little bit, because you can just trace your selections with the lasso tool as is, and it will be already well rounded, if that makes sense. As in good enough for a peasant like me. I'm sure Denise won't agree, but yeah, I'm nowhere near as good of a designer or anything. First I just want to join from middle to a little bit. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see where it gets us. Maybe I should remove the wireframe, because it's really hard to me to now see the line going through here, because the wireframe breaks it up for me. Let's see. Okay, continuing from here. Just want to see where this gets us. I can't use this vertical mouse for this. It's just not working for me. Sorry. I need to switch mice. I think that's the plural, right? My English is not the best. I'm doing myself a disservice. I don't know. I mean, I can see how bad the designs are that I'm making, so. Actually, we don't need to trace this nicely, because the carbon is gonna go over the top anyway, so we can just quickly cheat and do this. So if anyone watching has any questions about the tool or anything, or liveries themselves, do shout in the chat. There we go. Reload. Yeah, it's okay-ish. So if you're wondering why I still have kind of the wireframe inside it, is because I've made a mistake when I was exporting the region, and there is still some stuff in it. So maybe we can correct this right now. Let's just take everything, select it all, and just dump the white paint and the layer mask. Oh, come on, GIMP. You're gonna make me do it the hard way, right? And let's paint it over. There. Now we go export as. Export as region. Oh yeah, we still have the old one here. Why though? No matter. Yeah, and now the wireframe is completely gone. And we go back to painting this, and we export this over, no, not over region, over the regular one. There we go. Yeah, you can see here we do have kind of a not so pretty curvature, so this is something that I might want to correct later on. And this here I might want to move in a little bit so that we are in line with the edge of the carbon with the line. But yeah, this side is pretty nicely curved. Okay. I'm not going to bother about this yet because I might change this in the end and just make it go from here straight down. Not bother with this curvature here. We'll see. This might look a little bit too wide, so we might just shorten this. That's fine for now. Let's just go open this again. And so if I want to align it with the carbon, I think I should have followed this UV line map. Or UV map line. Jesus. How was everyone's weekend? Managed to watch the Nürburgring 24 hours. There we go. And yeah, as you can see, I still have the region here selected, so I can't paint on this. So if you're ever in a position where it doesn't make sense, you can't paint, it's either you have a selection somewhere and you're painting outside of it, or you have some layer selected that's either not visible or non-paintable or whatever. Because if I select this top line front layer again and have a selection here, but if I try to paint here, nothing's happening, right? So this can get confusing, and if it does happen to you, oh, I'm also painting with the white color, not what I want. And this just usually means, yeah, you're either on the wrong layer or you have a selection somewhere. So just try and find the correct layer and paint. Yeah, that's better. That's better. It's the first one that I haven't actually watched all that much because I didn't have the time, unfortunately. Had some other things. I actually had the tickets to go see it live, but I couldn't attend because of some, shall we say, obligations. Which is a shame. And it's the first one for a very long time that didn't have fog issues and so on in the night, which is even worse for me not watching it. I mean, not worse for the event. Okay, so we are going to continue on this little piece here. So we have to go. I think it's here, this line. I mean, there's always next year, right? And hopefully I'll manage to actually get there, or maybe even go to the Le Mans 24 hour next year or something, I don't know. Okay, I think this should be it, and I think it should be this line here. How do you change the car number? Oopsie. So the car number in the showroom is always going to be 397. You change the car number in your team. You have to create a team, and there you can change the car number. Although if I'm not mistaken, even when you are in the race, it's still being shown as 397 because this is an issue that the devs are solving, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so the next part here is done. Okay. I like the inner side here. I don't like this. I don't like it fanning out so wide. I might, yeah, just, I don't know. Actually, let's see. Let's see what happens if we do this. So let's say we would just, yeah, let's take this line and from here, just try to delete this. No, needs to be kind of from this area here. From here. Maybe like this, I don't know. No, this looks worse. This looks absolutely worse. If I go from here, I need to... and actually it should be from this one here. And go all the way up to here. Oh, the showroom should show the real numbers as well. Will we be able to... Maybe. Sorry for cutting out in the middle of the question. Will we be able to change the font of the numbers and so on? Or will they all be in this style? Oopsie. Oh, okay. That's alright, I guess. I kind of like this. Like this. I'm gonna leave it like this for now and just try to align the same from here. So just make a really uneducated guess. It has to be like this. Did I not export? Nope, I did not. Okay, this kind of aligns now. We can fix those alignments later if something's not pixel perfect. And now comes the difficult part, is here how to make kind of this angle, I guess. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you will allow like custom fonts that the user could upload or something, this would be crazy, I guess. This would be absolutely crazy to support. I was thinking maybe, you know, 4 or 5 different predefined fonts that you can choose from. That might still be doable, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know the system, so I definitely trust your judgment on this. Who's pinging me? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, let's just move on. Let's just move on. I do think here we're going to need to paint a little bit over the top side here. Let's see. Oh yeah. They're not just paint on the car, right? They're actually functional lights and everything. Okay, so first what I want to see right now here is if this red stripe is going to have to bleed over to this part, because those are two different parts. It's this and this. So if I, for example, just pick some color and just paint, yeah, white, doesn't matter. Fine. Just paint over this edge and please pick the green. Why is it not? I want. There you go. And here, you should see where the edge is, or yeah, see, it's. I'm wondering if we just add the red on this edge here, if it will be enough. So let's first see this. Let's just do it like this, doesn't matter. And bucket fill the red paint. Is this aligned here? It's looking good actually, it might be. Yeah, it is. That's actually very good. This means I don't need to paint a thin line over this part, but I just limit it to here and just make the corner, the curve here, and then go left. So kind of an S. I have a crazy idea. Let's try something. No, that's gonna be no. Maybe. Maybe. So what I'm thinking about is take the shape of the Schumacher S and paint it up here in red, of course. Kind of roughly the path. Could this maybe work? Can we find a better image? So Nürburgring track map. Need to specify its GP, otherwise we're gonna get the Nordschleife. Okay. So we're going to copy this image and we're going to create a new layer here. Let's name it test for now. Paste this in. Paste this in, take the wireframe. So this is this part here. Let's flip it. Kind of like this, right? I mean, no one's going to know this is this, but I will. Well, I don't think it's going to work because this corner is too much on the outside. No, it's a shame. Alright, let's abandon this idea. Let's abandon this idea and let's come up with our own kind of path through here. So, just Control Zing everything. There we go. Okay. Also want to remove this red bit here. And now we're going to create a new layer, because I have a feeling we might delete this one a couple of times. Yeah, unfortunately, it curves a little bit too much. Kind of wanted to, yeah, doesn't matter. Front curve, not cure. We're not curing anything. We're curving. Okay. Path tool. So we want to go from here to somewhere around here. Actually, I want to go then back somewhere here. Export the wireframe. Huh. We want to end up here, actually. No. We want to end up somewhere here. And then we're going to come back from this. Somewhere between here, maybe. Which is, I believe, between here. And we need to go back. We need to go back. Somewhere around here. Okay. Maybe. Shall we see what this brings us? So we go then to select and from path. should give us a nice selection. And pour it in. Export. Actually, let me remove the wireframe. I want to see it without the wireframe for the first time. Actually hit the I actually hit the join here. It's nice. I don't know. What do we think, chat? Not entirely convinced about the inner curve here. I like the outer one. I thought the inner one was going to be a lot simpler, but I'm not totally convinced about this one. Maybe I should, you know, make it so get rid of this kind of like this bulging part here and make it more straight. Not straight, but with a bit less curvature. Let's see what we can do here. I like the outside one. So I'm just gonna focus on fixing the inside one. And we are going to do this making the opacity of the first one like this, and then paint over for the second one. So we had the points all right. Those are fine. So let's see. Actually, no, they weren't exactly fine. Go away. It's wrong to this one. Let's make it a little bit closer to the line. Okay. This one needs to go back a little bit. Let me hide the second one. Maybe more like this. Okay, let's from path, fill it in. Increase the opacity of the below one. So what we're going to do now, because you see we have both of them still here, so if I still leave the lower one with less opacity, so what I'm going to do is just do kind of a selection through the top part. Make sure I have the lower layer selected and just hit delete. And that part goes away. So if I hide the first one, you can see this is, or this, I hide the second one. This is what remains of the first one. And we're just gonna overlay it over it. So we don't need to worry about creating the outer curve anymore because we're satisfied with that one. But we just leave both layers here. And voila. Let's see, how does this look? Yeah, I think this looks better. I think this looks better. I think this looks better. Might maybe still need a little bit of adjustment, but definitely looks a lot better than it did before. Maximum smoothness. That's right, Denise. Let's leave it like this for now. Can still make corrections like I've done just now later. But we're going to leave it for now. Maybe it will just stay like this as well. I don't know. So now is a good point to save. I would hate to have to draw all of this again. And then we come to... Oh, this is split over. Okay. No biggie. No biggie. So first we have this part. Actually, on the outside here, we might need to kind of make this line go towards the outside a little bit, so not curve in like so, but continue the flow over to here. But we'll see this later when we continue on this part. Okay. Where does this join? I need to see the wireframe now. I need to see the wireframe. So this part is going to be in this area somewhere. Somewhere in the middle of this part, if I saw it correctly. Let's add a new layer and name it sidepod front. I think it's somewhere around here. Oh no, it's not. We're missing something. We are missing something. Is it this? It is not. Oh, hello. Okay, so it's not here. Where could that bugger be? I think it's this. That'd be funny. Luckily it is not. Okay. So this part is definitely here, the back part of the fender. This is the door and everything up to it. Oh, this can't be it, right? It's not FIA. Where is this FIA? This is, I think, yeah, the front part on the wheel arches. Oopsie. Those are mirrors, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, those are mirrors. Top and bottom part, I think, right? So if we rotate, yeah, we can't really see it. Oh, yeah, here you can see a little bit on the edge. A little bit of red. Where the hell is this? It's kind of like a thin line, thin strip. This can't be it, right? No. No, this is the door handle, I think. Also don't think so. No. Interesting, because I think this whole part, yeah, Let me just paint this whole part here quickly, so that I'll maybe have an idea of the shape of the element that I'm searching for. Okay. Oh, is it this? Please no. No, it's here. Oh, this is a pickle. What did we say this was again? Well, not this. Oh, I think I know. It's here. Oh, this is going to be... Ooh, this is going to be interesting. I think it's here. Right? Yep. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? This is breaking my brain even thinking about how we're going to join these. Oh my word. Okay. So I think these 3-4 lines are these here, and these here should be these, right? Not the ones that we need to paint. I think we need to paint over the middle of the second one here. Is that right? Yes, that's absolutely correct. Okay. So, if I am not mistaken, here, yeah, like I said, in the middle of the second one, I think we can just follow it through, or maybe middle of the second one, so this would be here. Let's take the lasso tool. So, second one, this would be this one. Maybe just do like this. Don't know about the other side yet. One thing at a time. Nope. Wrong. Yeah, because I should not have done this. I should have gone to this one. I don't know. Let's see. So from here, actually, let's trace it as is. Try to keep in the middle. And from here, maybe go through like this. I don't know. What does this bring? It's closer, right? It's definitely closer. Let's remove the wireframe. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. Actually, what I might also be having issues with here is because those lower lines are curved down here. And this is actually where our item begins. So what I need to find out is where does this actually become visible for us? Just do this. Yeah, all right. So we need to go up to this point and then we can... Okay. So yeah, only these two lines here, or these two segments, are actually what's visible here from the top. So what we need to do, what we need to take care of, is that we start here and do it like so, maybe. Which means from here we're just going to there we go, paint it in, remove the wireframe, export. A little bit too much, but generally okay. So what I'm going to do is cut, paste back, move by a pixel. I hope I moved it in the right direction. Move by another pixel. And here we go. The line is aligned. And from here, I think we now need to follow... yes, anchor the other selection, and from there we need to follow this UV map line here. So I don't know yet exactly how far we need to go for the other part, so we're just going to do this. Almost. So again, we do a bit of this, and we do a bit of wireframe hiding. It's actually all right. Actually relatively alright. Okay, so let's now first just focus on the inside line and follow it through all the way to the back of the car. Okay. So from here we're gonna have to go. So this is going to be a bit longer selection. That's alright. We're just going to follow the UV map. We're going to cheat a little bit again. Won't be exactly curved, but close enough. Again, as for the outside edge, we don't know exactly where we're going to end up with the other line, so we're just going to, you know, kind of wing it for now. The outside needs to still be designed properly. So only thing we're worried about right now is this inside line here. Oh, I should have created a new layer. Side pod, middle. And select. Cut and paste, move down by 1 pixel. And this should align nicer here. Okay. We're kind of aligned now. And now we can go all the way to the back. Yes. Create a new layer. Is it technically still a side pod? Behind here? Not really anymore, right? But doesn't matter. So here, where are we joining here? Let me export the wireframes. Here we need to go. Where exactly? Kind of looks. Sometimes I wish I could zoom more. This would be very, very good for finding where you need to merge things or where the edges are. Okay. Actually, what I notice here is from here we need to cut this bit a little bit because we're kind of, you know, curving to the inside. Please export. We're kind of not. Damn it. Need to find the middle ground. There we go. And actually what I am going to do is duplicate this one. Try something. Reduce the opacity here. No, I didn't mean duplicate. I wanted to create a new layer. Side pod, middle 2. How did I open it in GIMP? Yours crashes when you load it with the compatibility issue. Interesting. If you go to my how to livery video, I have converted all the Photoshop templates to GIMP templates. Maybe try opening this one. Might help a little bit to not crash. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is just try and use the path tool to actually curve the thing and not fake curve it. Damn it. Not what I wanted. Maybe like this. From path, okay. Pour it in. Hide the middle or the lower one. I think it has a nicer shape now. But we need to do this. Reposition it by a pixel. Yeah, that's alright. Alright, now we need to figure out where we're going to join here. So I'm just going to make an assumption somewhere around here. Let's see if we can hit looks right. Maybe 1 pixel up. Yeah, this looks better. This looks better. Okay, now we are going to do a similar thing again. Side pod back 2. And take the pen tool. We're going to try to make a shape to the rear here. Yeah, this here kind of looks okay if it exits from here, right? Or in the middle. Hey mate, I tried to upload my livery. I'm gonna the following texture is not a power of 2. Do you know what issue it is? Or happens this to you before? No, it hasn't ever happened to me. Although it might be... So it might be that the size of the image is not 4096 by 4096. Yeah, that's what I would expect, because this is the only number that's to the power of 2, I think. Okay, let's try to shape this somehow. Let's see what this brings us. No, don't like it here. Maybe like this. From path. Oh, what the hell? What the actual hell is this now? Take 2. Are you kidding me? Select from path. Actually, remove this and remove the wireframe. Maybe. I'm going to try again. Move the selection, pen tool. Sorry. Again. One thing I like to do is when I'm playing around with pen tools is use multiple layers and not just undo what I've done before. Because if I just undo what I've done before, I might like the previous design better, and this happens actually often. And then I don't have access to it anymore, which is a shame if I just undo it. But if you are creating new layers, you can always just switch between them, right? Like I'm doing right now. So I have one in side pod back too, with lower opacity, just so that I have a visual of what I've been doing before. Now I'm trying to design a different path, just to see how it would pan out, how it would look like. And then I can decide easier. So let's see. So I'm going to say this one's okay now. I'm going to create selection from path, paste it in, remove the second one. Now I can export this. So this is the old one. I can reload. And if I would, for example, not like this one, I can easily just go back, switch them out, increase opacity to 100% again, and I can pick whichever I want, right? But I actually do like the second design better now, because the first one again has this kind of weird bulge here, which the second one doesn't. So yeah, we're almost done with the inner line, and now we are on to the last part, which will be, let's see, where do I want to end up with this? So this will be roughly, to call it rear, just rear, doesn't matter. We're probably going to go somewhere from here onto here. So if I'm not mistaken, this line kind of naturally flows to roughly here, maybe a slight curvature like this, although here maybe more like this. Let's see. Layer, no, select from path and color in. Yes, the edges are not colored, I know. I also don't care. No. What I do care about is it's kind of a kink here. This is kind of a kink here. Let's remove this. Let's first just try. Let's just try a straight line for now. Maybe it's gonna be good enough with the straight line, because the panel, I think itself is a little bit, no, it's not okay. Or actually, is it? What do we say, chat? Curve or no curve on this final part? Straight line or curve it? If you look at it from here, it's fine. yeah, this whole part on the car here is curved itself, right? So maybe I can get away with just leaving it as a straight line. Maybe. Well, the knee says curves, so we add curves. So, someone want to add it here and here. From here, I want it to be let's see. What kind of abomination did I create this time? I think it looks better. I do think it looks better. If I'm honest. It looks absolutely better. Yep, we might just need to move it by 1 pixel. Come on, please export. I think we're there. I think we're there. So looking just at the inside line, the outside line is obviously not finished, but I think we're there. I think I'm satisfied with the way it is. I like it. I have to say I like it. Kind of looks like a road, a twisty road through here. Love it. Okay. Oopsie. Feels like a good saving point before I lose the last hour and a half. And then we carry on with the outside line. And this is going to be, let's see, where should we actually? So on this or on this line? I'm thinking on this one because panels do join a little bit jaggedy here, and we can maybe still introduce a little bit of curvature here. So we are going to make it so. Oh, come on. Okay. And here we just take the pencil, just pencil this in. There we go. Yep, that's gonna be it. Here in the front. So we're gonna follow the second line here. And if we go across here. I need to kind of figure out how I'm going to join with this line here. Because this line here kind of suggests... So actually let's do this. Let's take the screenshot. And open in GIMP. Thank you. So if we just continue where this line is pointing now, we come out here. I don't like that. So where I would come out with this line is somewhere like this. No. If we go like this, here we have a way too aggressive curve down already. Which will make it look awkward depending on the angle you're looking at it from. This piece of the body part is already very awkwardly curved down. If I were to something like this. Maybe. Let's see. So I need to exit. No. Can you please not? Where do I need to get out here? I think like here. Actually more like here. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I do this. If I do this, this one here. Let's start with this shape over here. This curve is alright. Just need to make it work together here. Just need to make it work together here. Huh. This one is very straight here, while this one goes out very aggressively. So kind of need to curve it. I don't know. Let's try something. Let's just try something. First, let's figure out where we need to join this. This line needs to be roughly here. Needs to begin roughly here. And we're going to new layer, side pod, middle, outside. We can change this line a little bit, so we're going to want to end up here-ish. No, wrong way. There. Okay, and we need to kind of continue and touch. Not touch, but go in the middle of here, so quite an aggressive angle. I hate it when this happens. Are you kidding me with this right now? From path. Bit too aggressive. Okay, no worries. No, not duplicate. We are going to create a new one. Side pod, middle, outside 2. On the old one we are going to reduce the opacity. On the new one create another path in the same points as before. And let's try again. So we need a shallower line coming out off the rear part. Front is okay. The front was okay, I think. Maybe more like this. Let's see what this gets us. And we hide the other path. made absolutely no difference. I made absolutely no difference. Because I don't think I did a selection from path. Smart. So again, not as aggressive line going out. But here we kind of want to stay the same. Maybe like this. I've been using GIMP for quite a while, actually, for many years, but not for car livery design. I started with that in ACC a couple of years ago. The best tip that I can give right now is go watch some tutorials. Not on livery design, but use of GIMP or Photoshop if you're going to switch to Photoshop, and learn the basics this way. Yeah, I like it. I just need to move it a little bit. Because yeah, you do need to know the basics, and you do need to learn about the layers and everything, because I think this helps. This just helps a lot. This just helps a lot. I don't like how it ends here. Damn it! If I follow this, or maybe I redesign here. Sorry, I'm trying to do 5 things at the same time. So yeah, learn about layers, how they work, what they're used for, and so on. Those would be your first basics that you need to learn, and then start learning to use different tools like the lasso select or free select tool, as it's called in GIMP, path tools, and so on, because those are really the ones that you can then leverage to creating nice lines through everything. Of course, just learning how to use the pencil as well is also very useful, especially if you want to just draw a straight line, right? Because if you do this, that's nowhere near straight, and no matter how steady your arm is or your hand is, you're never going to make it completely straight, right? So what you do is you paint the first point, and then you can use shift, and this will be a completely straight line, right? But now maybe you want to create it at a specific angle, right? So again, you paint the first point, you hold shift, and then you hit control at the same time. And you can see I'm moving the mouse up and down, but the line is absolutely horizontal, right? But if I move it too much, it goes down already by, I think this is a 33-degree angle, then it goes to 45 or something like that. And those are just kind of small things that you can then start using when actually drawing with the tool. And yeah, then it's just really practice and yeah, trial and error. I mean, I've been doing this for the whole livery here. It's just trial and error, just drawing something, saving, seeing how it works on the car, and trying it out again and again and again and again. Yeah, anyway, these two lines will not meet. There's no way these two lines are going to meet. This one goes... Should have exited a little bit higher. Or let's try again. So this is the first one, so this is the next one. We're going to call it number 3. Make the opacity on this one like so. Path tool. So here I liked how we entered the panel from the back, but I don't like how we exited. I think we're exiting a little bit too too much to the inside. So let's maybe let's do it like this. Maybe let's do it like this time. I mean, you can paint everything on one layer, right? You don't need to start concerning yourself with all of this from the get-go. But it's a lot harder. Like what I'm doing right now, right? If I wasn't using layers for what I'm doing right now, I would need to remove the previously drawn shape and then try to paint a new one. And one, I don't have such a good memory that I could remember exactly how the previous one was, where the lines were, how was the curvature and everything. So what I do is I create a new layer, and on the old one I just change the opacity of whatever I've drawn before, so it's still kind of there. I still see it, and I can now paint over the new one. And as I've already said before as well, if for some reason I do this, let's say 5-6 times, and in the end I figure out, yeah, okay, the first time that I did it was the best and I want to go back to this one. So what I would do is just remove the newer layers and just switch to the oldest one, so to the first one that I had, which is this one, and say, yeah, this is it. I'm not I don't need to try and recreate what I've already created once, right? So it's definitely a good tool to learn, but it's not necessary. So don't try to how should I say, learn too much at the same time. Take it easy, go slow. Also don't try to make your first livery the most complex livery. Just try simple. Start simple. Just do a stupid Viper stripe over the car and that's it. Just start like this, you know? It's not going to look great, it's not going to win you any prizes or anything, but it's going to be something. I wish I still had my old liveries from Live for Speed, that you could actually see how bad those were. Not saying that those that I'm doing right now are anything to write home about, but the other ones, they were absolutely horrible. Let's see, what did we do? What did we do this time? Yes, this looks better. This looks better. I need to move it by a pixel here, I think. It looks better. I'm going to be so happy once this is done. Yeah, alignment kind of fits here as well. Now we just need to bridge the gap here and then adjust this line here to be a bit more as it needs to be. So from here we're going to first anchor this side pod middle. Oh, it's this one, side pod front. Here's this. And also the one below, right? Yep, okay. New layer, side pod, front, outside. Also, maybe let's save here. Here's maybe where I can quickly sneak in a straight line if Denise is not looking. Kinda okay, I think. Kinda okay. And then we need to go to this horrible part here. Oh, this is going to be a pain. This is going to be absolute pain. So I think it's from 2.5 here. Nothing Denise, I didn't do anything that I shouldn't. No straight lines here. So it's all good. It's all good. And we need to go from here down to kind of diagonally almost. One lower than diagonally. Let's see. Oh crap. Oh crap. I think it's from here. So where did they join here? So 1, 2, and the third one in the middle. So from here we need to go 1, something like this. Something like this. Almost. We almost did it. We almost did it. But we need to move here by 1 pixel. Or actually, let's add one more. Okay, and now we need to kind of correct this curve here. Okay. I don't want to go over here. Maybe select from path. Have we done it, chat? Could this be it? Could this be it? What do we think? What do we think, chat? About this line going through front, from front to back? I want to say that's it. I really want to say that's it. I need your opinion. Help me. What do you think? I want to be done with it, so I'm going to say yeah. We're gonna leave it here. It has to do. It will have to do. So now what we're going to do again is the other side. And to do this, we are going to select top line left, which is this everything. And we're going to say duplicate layer and rename it to top line. Right. And now we are going to say layer, transform, flip vertically. Hey Chop, how's it going? And now we're gonna have to find how to position it properly. This might be it. I hope it's it. It's not completely it. I can see some blue color shining through here, and that's why I like to use a very bright color as a base, or a very dark color if I'm coloring on bright patterns, because you can see it very clearly through. Imagine if my base was also a dark red color. There's just no way I would spot this, right? There's just no way. But more importantly, why is this so broken here if it's working well here? Maybe to go a little bit like this. Yeah, if you were here before, I was also looking for a couple of for some panels. So what I like to do, is just pick some color that isn't really working well with the livery, let's say. And let's say I was looking for mirrors here as well. I know that those are these two parts, right? But this is the top part, this is the bottom part. But you're going to see where's the middle part, right? So paint the things that are closest to the panel that you're looking for with some weird color. Right? Because now you can see roughly what this shape that you're looking for is going to be. So we can see it's white goes into the middle, into the thin area, and then into white again. So it's kind of a strip, kind of like this, right? So now you try and paint this, and voila, we found our part. That's kind of how I roughly found this area here, which is this part in here, and actually stretches all over to here. With a similar technique, I just painted the area, so I painted this part here completely, and then I kind of knew what kind of shape I was looking for in the 2D map. Okay. Don't forget to well, share your setups on ultimatsetuphub.com. Fill a quarter of the texture with the color, see what it does, then make it smaller and see what it does. You can do that very quickly to narrow down the part you're looking for. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. You can, for example, just say, let's just bring a new layer on top of here. Right, so we paint roughly a quarter. Let's say, pretend this is a quarter. Paint it over. And see if that part that you're looking for is now this color. This means that your part is somewhere in this area. That's actually very smart. That's a good trick. Thanks, Denise. I'm certainly going to use this in the future. Okay, so we now roughly have the design. We now roughly have the design, and we are going to see how is it going to look like if I just make it a gray base as I originally intended. Mate, if you've ever seen my setups, you wouldn't be worried about yours being bad, so just share them. Just share them. Let the others suffer as you are suffering as well. Actually, if we were talking mirrors already, I kind of want them red as well. So what we're gonna do is color, color, there we go. I think this is going to look immediately different. I think this looks good. I think this looks good. I'm satisfied with it. I'm absolutely satisfied with this. I will try to add the white borders as I initially intended. Let's see how this goes. But first we are at the save point again. Well, surviving a race is also a driver skill, right? I mean, what does it help you that you are capable of producing blistering 1 lap pace, and then if in the next 3 laps you're spinning? That's not really good for a race, right? Yeah, you're gonna qualify well, but at the end of the day, if you're going to spin every other lap, or just drive off track or hit a wall or whatever, or not be able to continue racing if you are forced to go slightly offline because you're battling another car or defending or whatever. This is all racecraft, right? So I don't think this should diminish your, should I say, results, or yeah, your overall how to feel good or bad about this. So surviving a race and gaining positions through that, I think this is a skill in its own. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Okay. How will I do this? Let's start with this top line here. We're gonna select by color, and then we're gonna say border 5 pixels. Yeah, alright. Let's do 5 pixels. And then we are going to take the white color, take a pencil, and of course create a new line in here and say white border. No. No. There we go. Why is this so weird shaped here? Oh, okay. That's why. Doesn't matter. Let's continue here. Oh, this isn't going to be okay. This is not going to be okay, because I'm making it wider now. I don't want it to be wider. But let's just see where this gets us. It's alright-ish. There's 2 issues with it though. It doesn't have a nice edge. It doesn't have a really nice edge. It's very... It has a very, how should I say... Also, this is not on... So the actual part begins here, right? Yeah. It doesn't have the opaque edge, which is not what I want. Yeah, I would need some help myself. I would need some help myself, if I'm honest. Okay, so let me try and figure something else out. How are we going to... Okay, let's say I have this, and I do select shrink by 5 pixels. No, create a new layer, white border. This, now select and shrink by 5 pixels and delete. Yeah, the top one shouldn't be white, but we can remove this later. It's still very Why am I not getting... Why is it filling the whole color up to the edge? It didn't used to do this before. It did not used to do this before, so why are we doing it this time? Okay, now it's not. But if I select by color, so on this layer, and now, why? Why are you like this? Wait, I think... Feather. I think that's it. Whoa, no, that's not it. That's definitely not it. Distort? No. Actually, feather 1 pixel. Nope. I want it to feather to the outside. Undo feather. Okay. Now let's feather again by 1 pixel. Nope. I'm gonna have to manually draw the lines over again. Okay. Let's see what happens. Still looks very unfeathered. Why are you like this? See, here it's a nice smooth line. And here it's all jaggedy and shitty. I don't like this. I absolutely do not like this. Still fuzzy select on the outside. Invert. Also make it properly white. It still doesn't like still fills in everything. There's no opacity on the edge. It's very shitty. Yep. copy the layer shape and place it under, and then offset it by the number of pixels. Hold on. Trying to process what you mean. So I have all of this selected. You mean now to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for example, or in the white color, like this, you mean? It's still the edge is still there. It's still very jagged. I don't like that. Plus, I'm making everything bigger. I don't want to. I want where the red edge is right now, I want this to be the white edge as well. If that makes sense. I thought this was gonna be super easy to do, but if I ignore the harsh edges, this actually looks rather okay with the line, and would definitely like to do this. Although blend options. Blend tool. Tools, paint tools, blend. Let's start again. Select this. So I think the layer effects are those, right? We have merge, split, dodge, things like that, right? Although not really sure how I would use this in this case. Which layer? The one that I have the red? Yeah, but I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it because if I'll be moving it, I'll be extending everything. And this is just going to mess up all the lineups and everything. So I don't want to move them. I want the edges to remain where they are, as they are. Wait, let me try something else. So if I duplicate this part, and now in the lower one I colorize it. I can't colorize everything, so I'm gonna have to do layer by layer. Colorize, make it white. Okay, now we have the fine edges on the white part. Please export, for the love of God. Colorize again to white. Right, we still have the fine edge. Now okay, let's just do a shrink by 5 pixels. I'm doing it exactly the opposite, right? Need to shrink the white by 5 pixels. So this one, right? No, this one. Selection, shrink by 5 pixels. Now the inside is all messed up. Is this the day when I'm going to start hating GIMP? For the love of God. Yeah, sure, right now. Still gonna make it. Wait, actually, what if I shrink by 10 pixels and feather by 5? It's a bit too much. Yep, this is way too much. Still jagged, but blurry jagged. Undo the feathering. No, feathering's not it. Feathering just makes it blurry. It's still jagged, but it's blurry. Theodore, man, you have liveries on race department or overtake? What am I going to do with this? This is annoying. This is pissing me off right now. This is absolutely pissing me off right now. What the hell is this? God, no. For the love of God, no. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to make a difference if I select it with anti-aliasing or not. Like right now this was without anti-aliasing, and if I select it, right, and go shrink the selection by 5 pixels and delete it, it's still the same. It doesn't have the nice transparent edges. I'm starting to hate it now too. Yes, this is just ugly then, right? I mean, the lower line is nice and smooth. The upper line is just bleh. That's what I tried before. It has to do something with the way it's selecting, because for example, if I just do this, right? Just draw some shape and delete this. See, it's making a fine selection. This way it's fine. right? And now those edges here are not jaggedy, or not as jaggedy as they could be, right? But for example, if I'm now going to do a fuzzy select on this and just dump some random color in there, I bet it's going to have rough edges again. Yeah, definitely there are rougher edges now. So also the red is shining through a little bit, but that's beside the point. So it has to do something the way GIMP is selecting whatever you have, right? Because if I just select this and also paint it in, you're kidding me right now? Oh yeah, because I do have select transparent areas. What the hell? Wait, let me remove this and work on this part here. Right, so if I have this and now I go dump in the color, yeah, it again doesn't have any edges. I mean, it has the harsh edges, right? There is a path tool. I'm not sure if this is it, but I don't want to be tracing all the paths again. Because if I were to do this, right, and let's pretend I'm going to hit the exact same width on the other side, and now dump in the white paint. This is going to be absolutely fine, right? And I may have even hit this one right on the nail, but this is a straight line. This is easy to do. I don't want to be retracing all the curved paths and everything here, for example. I'm gonna go insane if I have to do this. GIMP is pain, yeah it is. I'm realizing it more and more. But I want these lines. This is looking great. They should be a little bit thicker. But I think I need this on the design. So shall we maybe see GIMP select border. Yeah, but that's what I've been doing, and it's making it shite, absolutely shite, right? I'll select everything. And even this, when I say smooth, feathered. Let's try feathered. Even this is making it now wider, which is not something that I want. And again, this feathering just makes it blurry. It doesn't make, yeah, it's still jagged, but blurry. It's not what I want. This is not it. This is absolutely not it. So feathered is not the way to go. Hard is definitely not the way to go. Right? Border smooth, which is what I had before. And it's absolutely no different from the hard one. This is still not smooth, this is still shit. I'm sorry, but that's not it. Select the shape using a selection tool. Okay, yeah, well, we're... just a threshold setting. Increasing it will create a softer edge. Well, this should make a difference. Now I think it selects everything, yeah. It's still selecting everything. Oh, wait, I'm selecting on the wrong layer. Why are you like this, Gimp? Why the hell are you like this? I don't get this. I do not get this. Yeah, it does. Like, this should be such a simple thing to do otherwise, right? You just select, make the border, and that's it. All right, Denise, thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure having you as always. Hope to see you on track. Thank you, later. But it doesn't really feather it. Makes it just blurry. That's not helpful. It's not helpful. Let's see, invert selection, no, save selection to channels, selection to path. Paint along the selection outline. Even if I feather it by some small amount, it's still not it. That's not it. Tool to create the shape, then stroke the path with the line. Create a new layer. This ensures you're working. Yeah, okay. Select the paths tool. Yeah, okay. Click on the image to create the starting point of your pinstripe. Clicking on lines is straight or curved. Yeah, okay. This is retracing again. I want to avoid this, right? This should be possible. Yeah, this is a fair point. If actually, let me see something. So if I were to just draw a line, it's still. But what's the difference? So if I draw some shape. See, anti-aliasing works here, but let's say I select, can I remove it? Yeah, that's it, right? So that's the difference between anti-aliasing and none, right? And if I view this here, it's rather apparent, right? This one has very jagged edges. This one is nicely anti-aliased, which is what I want. But wait, maybe it's because I'm selecting on a group? Well, I doubt it. If it is, I'm going to jump off a bridge right now. No, still hard edges. Still doing hard edges. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Selection to path. Oh, this also doesn't do anything. Selection from path. Oh, this is selection from path. It's just this, right? It's not what I want. It's not what I want. I want. Three diagonally neighboring pixels is connected. No. No. Draw mask. No. No. It doesn't matter which tool I use. I mean, I can use a paintbrush, which does have, and I do use like a hardness 75, right? But the edge is still going to be a hard edge at the edge of the selection, which is not what I need. Yeah, but look, when I select with anti-aliasing,
some shape, and even if I use the hard-edged pencil, the edge is still, see, smoothed out by the edge of the selection. Yes, you're right, it doesn't have a smooth edge with the pencil. Right, but if I now make the same selection without anti-aliasing, like here, I can even use the paintbrush, which does have a smoother edge on its own, but when I go to the edge of the selection, you see it's not smooth anymore. Right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It doesn't care about anti-aliasing here. Select the layer instead of the shape. Well, control click on the layer doesn't do anything. Not in GIMP. Maybe if I select by color, this shouldn't matter. Let's see. No, still a hard edge. Oh, I'm about to... Okay, let's try it with Photo P. Open from computer. Yeah, that's already too advanced for me. I don't even know what live shapes versus raster layers are, if I'm honest. How do I zoom in? Where is it? Here is it. Okay, let's try it here. So we were here on this one. Magic selection tool, or whatever it's called. Okay. How do we paint here? Brush. Okay, it's black, but fine, whatever. Actually, it's not fine because I can't zoom in with control scroll. No, this one. And it's still hard edge. It's not GIMP, I'm just not doing it right. I'm just not doing it right. Oh, this is something to learn then. red area. So simple. Let's say this is my line. It's gonna bleed over, I don't care. Hold on. That's not right. Why? Oh, I disabled anti-aliasing. Okay. Yeah, so let's do it again. This is pretty much the way I did it. Create a shape, paint it. It has a nice edge, right? If I go look at this edge, I mean this shape here, it's smooth, right? I did use it only once, because if I didn't use it once, so here, and I use it again, every time I use it, it's probably going to go more. Oh, it actually isn't. So let me just Control Z back. So yeah, now I have it. And if I now select by color, it selects more. It selects everything. And now if I will pour in the white paint, still not it. Oh, I was actually then doing it on the other one. Yeah. Because I go on the other layer. Well, how do you suggest I select the shape then? Like this? Hold on, you're losing me. You're absolutely losing me here a little bit. I mean, the whole layer is everything, right? Control A. That's the whole layer now selected, but that's not what I want. I want the shape in the layer. I want to add a pinstripe on it. Yeah, but I also have the fuzzy select, and if I click on it, it selects just this. But the issue is still the same. When I go and dump in the white paint on a different layer, the edges are crap. I'm sure it's something stupid, but yeah, sure, I can. Alright, let's see. I'm in Photo P. How do I zoom out? Like this. Okay. Can I remove this? I can. Left click while holding left control on a thumbnail. Alright. I just did. Yeah, this one, right? I am clicking on it, but nothing's happening. And I am holding control. No, it's not entirely like Photoshop, right? Honestly, at this point, I'm just willing to try Photoshop. Not today, of course. Unselect all. So I have nothing selected. There we go, okay. That was control click on the diagonal line. Alright, we have it selected now. Something's happening. Oh no. I think this looks better. Can I just dump the whole paint in? No. Okay. Can I shrink the selection? Grow? I want to shrink it. No, white is on a different layer. Contract? Okay, there we go. There's now a little bit of red still shining through here, but it's looking better. Yeah. Let's try it again here. No, control click into the layer doesn't work on GIMP. I can keep clicking all I want, but it does not work. It does not work. No, I don't want a layer mask. GIMP, control click. To select the layer in GIMP, you typically click its name in the layers panel. You can also use the select previous layer and select next layer commands. Color picker, it's useless. Okay. Okay. I think we're there. I think we're finally there. I sure hope we're there. Could this be it? I think this could be it. Yeah, I need to clean up the selection on the outside and everything, but oh my word. F1 Mania. I need to buy a beer. Oh my Jesus Christ. I think I spent like an hour on this right now. I definitely owe you a beer. Oh, I was hoping we were gonna be done with this tonight, but let's see what we can do in this time. Yeah, let's just remove all of this. This doesn't need to be border. Jesus Christ. Yeah, thank you, mate. This was super helpful. This was super helpful. Live and learn, I guess. So what if I do just all of this and say alpha to selection? Yep, can actually do this. And new layer, white border in here. Let's see if I just do all of this. Shrink it by 8 pixels. Delete. Yeah, it's a bit weird here. We're gonna have to correct it around the doors and everything, but it's alright. So I can completely remove it from all of here. Not needed. Not needed. Not needed. And here we just do a bit of this. fix this a little bit, but it's fine for now. There we go. Holy hell. I don't want to grow it because I don't want the white stripe to be wider than the red is right now. Where the edge of the red is, this is where I want the edge of the white to be. Basically, I don't want to make it wider, the whole thing, if that makes sense. Let's just see what we can do quickly with all of this. So I can delete this. So maybe here I just need to sure this is not gonna work just like this. Yeah, no, this isn't working. Not just like this. I'm gonna have to play around with it here a little bit over the doors. Let's see what's the actual problem here. Here is actually fine. It's just this bit here is slightly missing. So let me just remove the wireframe. It's over here. This part here needs a bit of trimming. Oh, I just deleted the wireframe. Fine. Now here it kind of drops down. So if anything, should maybe need to paint in this part a little bit more. it's not enough. Hey, Tyrone Drum, how's it going? Get the hell out of this. You know what? It's close enough. I'm gonna call this close enough. It's not perfect, but then again, the whole livery is not. Although, should I maybe make it a little bit thicker? Definitely not. I don't know. Let's maybe try again. So again, we hide this. We say off at the selection. And delete this one, create a new layer for white border, and now we shrink. Previously it was by 8. What if I shrink by 15? Definitely better. Maybe needs even more. Let's shrink it by 20. Yeah, that's a lot better. This is a lot better. We need more correction around the doors and everything, but that's fine. It's fine. Let's just go and clear things out. Okay. this area around the doors needs a little bit of smoothing. It's a bit up and down. Definitely. So think like here. Now, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? This kind of piece here needs to go out. This whole kind of 1 pixel kind of thing here maybe as well. And here on the door. Kind of here. Shave it off a little bit, maybe? Like so. And here, I don't know if it's just the lighting playing a little bit of a trick here. This does need a bit of adjustment. Yeah, I guess that was the tricky part of ACC, right? Everyone had to download your livery by hand, which I guess is simpler now on LMU. I don't like this part, this line going over the doors. This makes it so tricky to align. All of the panels are just slightly shifted, and it's an absolute pain. Why are you like this? Why on earth are you like this? This is just whatever here. So from here-ish. This is gonna look worse. This looks absolutely worse now. For the love of God. Starting to regret just making this livery already. Could have just paid someone to do this for me. Honestly, this is a pain in the behind. trying something here. I think this looks alright now. Let's just do a quick save. This looks alright now, I think. This looks alright. Alright, what we're gonna do now is duplicate this, move it to here. And we are going to transform flip vertical and move it. Move it in place. I think this should be roughly it. Not really, though. Damn it. It's not really, though, the way I wanted it to be. Wait. Something's missing here. Where did I paint this schmuck here? Oh, for the love of God, really? Paint it on here. Okay, I'll duplicate this layer, I'll put it here, and transform, flip vertically. Now move it into place. Better. Better, but not quite. Not quite. No. Let's see if I can figure it out. Just repositioning it a little bit. This is definitely not it. No. I think we're gonna call it good enough. Actually, we're not, because this bothers me. This... Why can't both sides be exactly the same? So, I'll fit the selection. Bore in the white color. Shrink selection by 20 pixels. Delete it. What the hell is this here? Oh yeah, I removed. I deleted the. Damn it. There we go. I'll fit to selection. New layer, white border. Bore in white. Selection shrink by 20. And delete. This looks absolutely shite now here, but okay. This is going to be fun. Thought this was going to be a quick job. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Go away. What's happened with my music? Is wrong, so we're just gonna delete this. And then here we again need to kind of do a similar thing as we've done on the other side. We're just gonna do it from here to roughly here, I think. This is the only visible part here at the end of the door, although I do have a feeling it's going to produce an edge here. It's actually fine-ish. Here it's not though. We need to kind of extend this over here, like so. Or actually, like this. little bit inset between the door and the frame. Nope. Is this kind of gray here? Close enough. Also maybe here. Still not it. Still not it. For the love of God. Make it worse. That's all right. Okay, now actually don't want this sunshade to be in the red. Because if I do this, and shrink it by 20, oopsie, I can't do this one like this. I need to actually select path here. It's actually very close. This could just work. To select the outer one, I need to select the inner one, right? Sorry that I've gone quiet a little bit in the last couple of minutes. I just want to concentrate and get this done because it is bothering me. No, actually, I said if anything I would want to run this out here, so the selection should be actually from roughly here to roughly here. No, not duplicate, just new layer, some shade border. Okay, yeah, it needs to go down a little bit. Fine. Because I want the white lines then to continue here down the nose. Actually, let's see how this will work on the nose. Nose and outfit selection. New layer. White border. Rend white, yes, okay, layers, scale layers, no, not, what am I doing? Selection, shrink, 20 pixels, and delete. It's actually quite okay. It's actually quite okay. So from here we want to just delete this. Please don't freeze. I don't know when I saved the last time. Oh, is it gonna freeze? Please no. Please no. Please save. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're safe. Yeah, that's alright. Quite alright. What do we think, chat? Feels like a good stopping point. Been at this for how long now? 3.5 hours. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna stop here. For now I like it. Not deleting the white line. So what I'm doing is creating a border in a way. So if you have a shape of a certain color, let's say a red one, right? So you select that shape, and let's say you want the white border like I'm doing, right? So you select it, you create a new layer, and you pour in the white paint over it, for example. Then you select and shrink the selection by some pixels, like for example 20 pixels, which means the selection is now smaller from each directions by 20 pixels. So you can remove it, and this means you're left with the border, because here you just have the white frame and the red one is still as big as it was before, but you remove the middle part from the red, I mean from the white. And then of course need to remove, because this also adds white borders here. I then need to remove them here because I don't want this to be white, I just want the outline to be white. That makes sense. Thank you. All right, yeah, this is going to be a stopping point. It's turning out rather okay. Might do yet another stream on this. Yeah, that's correct. That's pretty much it. So moving on, what else is missing is a pinstripe diagonally down here, and on this shape, although I don't want it here from both sides, I probably will go just with the outside line to be white, and the inside I'm going to leave it as red. When I'm done with this, moving on, I need to add the Ultimate Setup Hub logo on top of the quarter panel here. And I'm thinking of incorporating a checkered flag on top of the fin, or at least on the gray area. And I was thinking about some pattern into weaving it into the red. Not, of course, I wouldn't be aligning it and everything perfectly, it would just be slapped on as kind of a background. This is probably something that we're still going to do. But yeah, for today, this is going to be it. I am absolutely tired. It's very late and I have to work in the morning. So yeah, thank you all so much for spending this time with me tonight. It's been absolutely fun doing this, apart from GIMP being a little bit of a pain in the behind. But we got there. We have it. We figured it out. Thank you everyone for helping. Thank you everyone for suggesting how to do things. Yeah, do join me the next time. And until then, enjoy and try not to get unalived too much during your online races. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.